Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 4, Episode 79. And to say the least, I haven't been feeling my best lately. Both physically, I've been a little bit run down, and emotionally, I've been a little bit frazzled lately. Been a little bit upset about the way that things were going, because I kind of feel like, especially in blackjack, I've been going sideways for months. But I'm a little bit better now. I feel better. I'm just heading out of the house for the day, and some things have already happened. While I was laying in bed, I did some stuff online, made a couple $100. I was checking out my options that I bought. As you know, I bought some QQQ options, which is NASDAQ. I bought one when the market went down, and then another one the next day, and it went down further. Yesterday, both of those went up slightly, and both of those look like they're going to have a sharp open up today. So that's good for me, obviously. And I don't need it to get back to where it was. I just need it to get halfway there. On one of the options, I've got 9 days left, and on the other, I have 16 days left. So plenty of time for those to go up. And like I said, they only have to go up halfway to where it was before. So hopefully should not be a problem there. What else is going on today? Today, I'm heading to the office, going to do my normal thing, leaving lunchtime, coming back, and then leaving again at the end of the day. And this may be the last time that I do this in this way, because I have figured that if I start to go during lunchtime and come back, and then go to a further casino at the end of the day, I might have an opportunity to make more money. Now, I'm just contemplating this, checking into the numbers. It looks like it would be the same amount of money, but of course the numbers are an average over a long period of time. And as I've talked about lately, they have pulled out most of the machines that I've come to depend on for money. So even though it might be the average, I might not make as much if I go to the closer casino. So what would be happening is I just go further for the same money I used to make. Now, every once in a while, we get an anomaly, and like yesterday, I ended up making $400 in the afternoon off one machine, but that's not going to be the norm long term. So I just have to be mindful of all those things. Other than that, tomorrow we will have a nice long day playing a lot of blackjack, and I'm really motivated to make a lot of money in blackjack right now, and I'm very frustrated, but I'm not disheartened. I'm really not. I just want things to turn around. I don't want to be the story like a lot of my friends where they're going 200, 300, 400 hours of break even on blackjack. I want to be back to where I was before, which is a little bit spoiled, but I'd like to be there. Now, tomorrow I don't have, today I have one meeting. Tomorrow I have one meeting. Well, today is Tuesday. Yeah, tomorrow I have one meeting, and then Thursday I have one meeting. Friday I have one meeting. So not terrible at all. Friday, however, I'm not going to be able to travel. Well, I may be able to, but I'd have to leave at like 4 a.m. because my son has to travel. He plays soccer, and there is a tournament about 3 hours from here that we need to go to. So I'd have to be home tomorrow evening early as soon as he gets out of school, and then we would travel to that city, check into the hotel, and then the next day would start his tournament for the weekend. So now that city does have casinos, but what am I going to do? Just leave him somewhere? I'm not going to be able to play. And those casinos actually have been begging me to come in because I had created a card at one of them and played real big, and then I just cut them off completely because there was too much competition there. It wasn't really worth the trip. So they assigned a host to me, and I just haven't used the host at all, and I haven't been back there at all. And when they asked me why, I said, you guys don't give enough comps. But, obviously they don't love me that much to try to give me that. So this evening, after work, after the casino, I do have a dinner meeting, which I feel is a big meeting that's going to have big repercussions on my area, my neighborhood, my community. So I want to have a conversation with someone who is a decision maker for the community, and I really want to push my agenda and what I think is right, and hopefully they will listen to me and they will take action. So really, that's what's going on right now. This morning, it is a chilly morning. I can't tell you what the car says because the car is still off on the temperature. It's a lot closer. It says it's 14 when it's actually 26 degrees outside, but at least it's not off by 70 degrees like it was before. It's such a weird thing that all we did basically is jump the car and the thermometer was off, but whatever. Anyway, lots of flooding in my area too, by the way. Like right now, as I'm driving, there's water all the way up to the edge of the road. So hopefully we don't get too much more rain. Oh, no, the meeting is canceled. Oh, man. All right, I'll be back with you later. All right, guys, just leaving work. It is 11:30 in the morning and just heading out to the casino. Going to try to get a little bit of time in real quick, just in and out. Try to make a little bit of money before coming back for my afternoon work session. So unfortunately my meeting for tonight was canceled, so we will move it maybe a week or two out. Still very important, but definitely had a good reason for the cancellation, so that's okay. Yeah, other than that, everything is good. Had a couple meetings this morning regarding taking over for the person who is leaving the company, taking over some of their responsibilities. So I'll be working on those, but it's not a big deal, really. I could probably run the whole team by myself, but hey, we have to look important by having a big team, so whatever. Yeah, that's really about it. It's warming up, but it's still kind of brisk outside right now. Let me see. Looks like it's 32 degrees, actually, so pretty cold, but the sun is out, so at least we have that. So right now I'm going to let you go, head to this casino, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. Alright, I went in this place expecting zero, and as I was walking around I was thinking to myself, well, at least you were expecting zero. And actually, now that I think about it, I actually made less money than I thought again here. I think. No, I guess I didn't have to. Okay, never mind. No, I was right. So I finally find a machine way in the back of the casino, and I play that one through. And at first it was going really well, but by the time I finished the play, I was only ahead about $18. So that's fine, whatever. Moving on, looking around. I see a couple very borderline plays, and I'm not playing them because they're just not in a good enough position. It doesn't make sense, especially at higher bet levels. And then I find another one, and this one is just barely positive, but it's at $10 a spin. So this is what I was talking about in the past, where you're playing like 25 cents or 50 cents, 60 cents, 75 cents a spin, and you're there for an hour and you're ahead like $105, and then you see a machine in range and it's at $10 a spin. It's like everything I just did for that whole hour means nothing, but it's positive EV, so I have to do it. So anyway, I sit down and I put in my voucher for whatever it was, 118, 128, whatever it was, and start playing, and it sucks that down pretty quick. Put another 100 in, but that was all I needed, and I ended up hitting and winning. And this is a machine that I've only played a couple times before and did not have very good variance on it before, but I knew it was in range and I trusted the numbers and I played it through, and it ended up working out. Now, one thing I was disappointed about was that, you know how machines, when you have a big win, that does like the celebration on the screen and all that, and then you push the button to get back to the base game because you don't want the celebration to go on forever. You don't want to get hit on the head going out to the parking lot to your car because someone's going to rob you because the damn celebration's been going on for 3.5 minutes. So I hit the button to stop the celebration. It spins it again and takes another $10 from me, and that was the most disappointing part of the whole day. But I ended that session ahead $372. And I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on with the stock market today, but it's making a decent rebound here. The NASDAQ is up nicely. Everything is looking good. It was up a lot more earlier in the day, I believe, but we are moving in the right direction as countries are starting to work together and say, okay, we're going to negotiate on these tariffs. And earlier I was up like $800 for the day. Right now I'm only up about a couple hundred, but I'm still confident that everything's going to be okay overall, and we're going to move in the right direction. I mean, these are things that have to happen, right? If your family is overspending and you say, okay, we're not going to have Netflix anymore, sure, that's terrible, but in the long run, maybe we spend more time together, maybe we read more books, maybe we do more stuff outside, and it makes us healthy. So you got to look at the positives on both sides, not just saving money, but you can't think, okay, well, now I'm deprived of something. You can say, all right, because of that, what am I getting? And I think with the tariffs and the economy things that are being done right now, in the long run, it's going to be a win-win, because we're going to have more products made here, and in the long run, it's going to make our country healthier. So although we're not getting the cheap garbage products from other countries, in the long run, it's going to be good. And one more note on that. I remember when I was a kid and you would watch shows on TV about murder and things like that, people would kill people with phones because phones were heavy duty. They were made out of metal and thick, heavy plastics and things like that. And you could kill someone with an AT&T phone. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to throw it at them like a little girl and run away and hide? No, I mean, those phones are still around. And if we still used home phones, they would still be in use. So, I mean, quality has a place as well. And I'm the kind of person that would rather buy something that's going to last me for 20 years rather than get a disposable something that I'm going to have to buy 20 times. Now, if I want different colors every time or something, that's a little bit different. But if I don't want the hassle of buying something, especially something that's expensive over and over again, then I get something that's quality and I use it long term. So anyway, right now I am moving on. I am going to Wendy's to pick up lunch, and my lunch is going to be 2 Wendy's singles, no bun, no mayo, add mustard. So extra lettuce to pick it up like a sandwich, and mayo is not as good for me. Getting mustard is awesome. 0 calories, tastes good. Preferably I like horseradish, but very few places have horseradish though, unless you're at like Arby's. Or as when I was a kid, there was a place called Rax. I don't know if you ever remember that place, but all right, guys, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and I don't think I mentioned actually when I left the office what happened. So I couldn't leave the office for a really long time, till like 4 p.m. Because after 4, almost 5. Because I had a late meeting that my director put on my calendar. Luckily, I was still there when that happened. So finished up that meeting and came back to the casino, and it was basically almost a wasted trip. Found one play, and that's it, in the whole casino, and made $4 on it. So is it a wasted trip? You never know what you're going to find, but it didn't feel good. So I made $4 there, and now I have a couple little errands I want to get taken care of. Then I need to pick up one of my kids from one of their friends' houses, and I need to get some fuel as well so I can be ready to go for tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm sorry, we got to keep pounding it. We got to keep hitting the blackjack tables, keep going for it, keep doing the right thing, and the money will come. And I am going to just go beyond my normal amount of money that I make and try to make a little bit more each session to help get back on track again. So, um, I'll be mindful of the places that I'm in, but try to push it as much as I can without collecting too much attention. So that's what's going on right now, sitting in traffic, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back, and just here to wrap things up here for you. Tomorrow morning, I have an early meeting in person. Got to take care of that, and then we should be on the road by about 7:15 tomorrow. We're going to be playing a lot of blackjack tomorrow, a lot of slots. We're going to try to push it tomorrow, try to make more money tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to get some rest right now, and I've been home for a little while here, getting the kids ready for bed and everything, and going to get some rest, and we'll kick it off tomorrow in style and make some money. So, what did I eat today? I had two Wendy's singles with no bread and extra lettuce and with mustard instead of mayo. They were both delicious, and I'd give them about 8 on a scale of 2 through ace. And what did I tip today? I didn't tip anything, so just had 2 short slot sessions today, but tomorrow's going to be much better, a lot more money, a lot more action, a lot more excitement. So I'm going to let you go for now, and if you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.